Hey, what's going on YouTube? Lionel here. This is my third review and the third take on this video as my children keep coming and interrupting me. Um, I'm going to get into a rant first, and then I'm going to talk about two fragrances. One I think is overhyped, good but overhyped, and one I think is going to get you what you may be looking for. My opinion, but I'll let you know. You can kind of decipher from the video. I talked about Pure Malt first, and just kind of paying twice face value for that because of all of the YouTube hype and that type of stuff. Secondly, I talked about Guerness, which I think is underhyped and my number one fragrance out of everything I own. I mean, I own some stuff that I think a lot of people you know go for. So this all this head over the heel type fragrances. Needless to say, I got for you. I want to talk about niche and designer. Let me tell you something. If you are wearing fragrances to get compliments, to please people, to that kind of stuff, then I'm going to tell you stay at Dillard's, stay at Sephora, stay at Macy's, stay at those types of stores. I don't know what else you got, Elder Beerman and all. It depends on where you are. I don't know where you're located. So stay in those types of stores. If you're looking for more complex, more artistic, more risky fragrances, then cross over to the niche house and see, kind of search out those types of fragrances and see. But I'm telling you, 9 times out of 10, 9 out of the 10 niche fragrances will get less compliments than your average run-of-the-mill designer that you're going to pay 80, 75, $50 for. 1.7 and the 3.4. It's the honest God truth. You're going to get more compliments from Chanel or Homme than you will Muscat Azure. That is a promise. You're going to get more compliments from Kenneth Cole Connect than you freaking will Neroli Portofino, and pay a third, pay a fifth of the freaking price. So listen to me. If you are a young man, a young college student, recent God, if you're out partying and clubbing and trying to get with girls, and listen, go with the designer houses. Those things are marketed. The research and development on those things are for the average person to enjoy. But again, if you're trying to be a collector and you kind of like the YouTube community, you like what's on Facebook, and you like talking about some of these complex frags, you know, um, you know, the Moroccans and the Frappins and all those types of fragrances, then I think you can go that way. But let me tell you this: you're not. Nobody's going to throw their underwear at you wearing these fragrances. It's not going to happen. I mean, you may get complimented. I mean, you may get a couple of horny young women out there, but man, you probably could have put on freaking Axe and got that response because she's just who she is. So, needless to say, I'm going to talk about two fragrances today: Big Brother, Little Brother. One is overhyped, and the other one is great. They're both great. One is just overhyped and great. Um, so today I have for you both of the Dior Hommes. As you see, this is the intense version, and this is the Homme version. This is 1.7. This is the 3.4. Not wearing anything. I just came from Body Pump Gym class, 24-hour fitness. Maybe I can get a free month or something if they hear they get this video. Anyway, so Dior Homme, Dior Homme Intense. I'm not going to give you the note breakdown. You can go on Fragrantica. Those are where I get my notes breakdown. I'll tell you what they smell like. I'm not going to give you the note breakdown. Just as there's 100 reviews out there on both of these, and you can get that response. First, let me tell you this. You will get, if you're looking for a compliment getter, you will get more compliments with Dior Homme than you will Dior Homme Intense. That is a promise. That is a promise. I wear fragrances. I've never had to ask anybody to smell a Dior Homme. Whenever they smell it, you say it's girly. I get some kind of response. Oh, that's pretty girly, or that smells great. What are you wearing? Every time. Dior Homme Intense, I've got to bring it to people's attention. Same amount of sprays, same technique. This one, if you're looking for compliments, you're going to get this one. If you're looking for a better constructed scent, you're going to go with this one. This is more rich. This is more smoky. This is kind of darker. This is more sexy. This is a great fragrance. I love it. I enjoy it. I will always keep this in my collection. Depends, if the reformulated one is in my reach and I ain't got to go pay more than which I can get for retail. I'll stay with this. I'll continue with this one. This will take me a lot longer to wear than this one. This is, to me, more versatile, more Just kind of easier to wear than this one. So, got the notes. Lipstick and cocoa. That's what you get with this one. Think of not lipstick. Think of a powder bag of freaking some. Yeah, think of the makeup department in Macy's, and come in with a fresh bag of cocoa, and that's what you get with Dior Homme. It projects well for about the first 4 hours. It does not have the longevity that Dior Homme Intense. Dior Homme Intense goes for about 12 hours, 10 hours. I'm talking about goes. I'm not talking about, you got to dig your nose and you get a very nice scent for at least 10 hours. It projects for at least 8 hours. So, but it's a very small bubble. I'm talking about 1, 2 feet. I mean, you can smell it by standing here and doing this. Dior Homme is going to project. I mean, Dior Homme is going to jump out a few feet. Dior Homme Intense will not. Hold up, Caleb. I'm doing something. Wait. Um, so, you can get Dior Homme, Sephora. I mean, they're everywhere. Dior Homme Intense is much harder to find. And then you start talking about the reformulation and all that kind of stuff. Guys are paying 150, 160, 170 for this bottle. It's not worth it. Get this one. If you're looking for compliments, get this one. If you're a collector and you're trying to collect fragrances and you're gonna have a wall full of niche and all this kind of stuff, and you enjoy bottles and collections and talking about it, you collect this one. Get it. This one is going to get you more attention. This one is more for collection purposes. Now, again, if I'm married, so I get, my wife's neck is in my nose on this one, so you're gonna get more. But if you're at a club, this is a better club scent than this one. That's a promise, because this one's gonna project more. You spray this on at 8, and you walk into the club at 9, 10, whatever, you're gonna get more attention than this one. Now, if somebody's close and dancing up on you, they'll smell this one. And if you spray one on one side and one on the other side and ask, people to smell it, the average person may say this one is a little better. A fragrance lover will tell you this one is better. So, this one is the same thing. You kind of get the same lipstick vibe. You get the same, makeup vibe, but you get more vanilla and you get more cocoa-ish. It's more smoky. It's just a more complex fragrance. This is the better fragrance. This is the more pleasing fragrance. So understand what I'm saying to the general public. Um, if this one was easiest to find as this one, I would probably just wear this one more, because now I'm not really wearing fragrances to get people attention. I don't really care if I'm top 10 complimented fragrances. I don't really care about any of that stuff. I usually wear fragrances for an allure, the fashion of it, the appeal of it. I wear you know designer shoes, not because people know what they are. It's because I like a more quality shoe. My suits are a bit more better suit. I usually don't get my suits from Pennies. I get them from somewhere else because I understand how it's cut. I understand design and fashion. That's who I am as a human being. So, but this is the better fragrance. This is the better complemented, more appealing fragrance. This is the more complex, more. This is kind of, you know, this is the Acura. No, this is the Lexus of Toyotas. You know what I mean? You know, I don't really don't know if a 350 is much better than a Camry, but I don't really know about. I'm not a car guy, but you definitely you're gonna get more bells and whistles. But a Camry is gonna get me just the same thing, and people are gonna say, oh, that's a Camry. So anyway, um, this is richer, deeper, has more depth, has more complexity. Um, this one is just has better projection. The average person is gonna say something about this one. I love them both. Don't spend more than retail for this. As far as I've heard, and I've done a lot of online research and asking a few people, the reformulation is just as good as this. As a matter of fact, some people are saying the reformulation has a bit more on the projection, has a bit more of an appeal than this one. This is they always say this one smells richer and better, but the reformulation it will call Dior own boutique, and they're telling me, everybody's telling me that the reformulation is just as good. So said it has a bit more of a fruity note to it, but said it almost you everybody will enjoy. They said if you like this one, you will like that one just as much. So that's it. Dior Homme Intense. I may do one more video tonight. Depends on how I feel. Um, But that's it. Let me know what you think. Rate it. You don't have to agree with me. You can, thumbs down really don't bother me. I'm just trying to help you out. Save your money. Go to Sephora and buy this. Don't spend more than you would retail for this. It's just really not, unless you're a collector, and you would do the same for freaking comic book or something. So, peace.